Had you ever considered what would happen if the election result came out as you being the winner and Trump refused to leave?
Yes, I have. I was so damn proud. Here you have 4 chiefs of staff coming out and ripping the skin off of Trump. And you have so many rank and file military personnel saying, whoa, we're not a military state. This is not who we are. I promise you, I'm absolutely convinced they will escort him from the White House with great dispatch.
He's created his own sanctuary city in the basement of wherever he is, and he doesn't come out. And certainly if I don't win, I don't win. I mean, I go on and do other things. I think it would be a very sad thing for our country.
President Trump just minutes ago responded to Biden's claim that he's planning to not leave office and that the U.S. military needs to remove him. Biden is signaling that they are preparing a military coup against the president. This is very serious. Remember, we first told you of the deep state spying on Trump, who did it specifically. No one around Trump had the courage to tell him. But our intel continually got to Don Jr. and others they even tried to keep away from his father. Because of you getting the word out with our guests like Roger Stone, we were able to stop them, but barely. And now, of course, we're slated for destruction and total censorship. But because of you, you're amplifying the emergency transmission. You are everything.
It's my greatest concern, my single greatest concern. This president's going to try to steal this election. This is the guy who said that all mail-in ballots are fraudulent, direct voting by mail, while he sits behind the desk in the Oval Office and writes his mail-in ballot to vote in the primary. This is a guy. You have 23, I believe it is, states have passed over 82 pieces of legislation, making it harder for people to vote, harder. That's why we're putting together a major initiative of lawyers to go out and make sure that we're in every single district in the country to patrol this. We need, if I'm president, and this is what their worries. If I'm president, we're going to have same-day registration. The report was in Pennsylvania, they were still counting votes. We may not know, quote, this is the sort of implicit threat. We might not know who won Pennsylvania in a general election until a month after the election.
Wow.
What do you think that this is about with Trump? This is a man.
Do you worry then? Let me ask you this, and I know this is a strange question to ask an American politician, maybe easier around the world, but have you ever considered what would happen if the election result came out as you being the winner and Trump refused to leave?
Yes, I have. I was so damn proud. Here you have 4 chiefs of staff coming out and ripping the skin off of Trump. And you have so many rank and file military personnel saying, whoa, we're not a military state. This is not who we are. I promise you, I'm absolutely convinced they will escort him from the White House with great dispatch.
It's the deep state that is the permanent illegal state that's trying to remove the president. And they're making their move. I've seen senior military officials, including Milley, signal that they are going to stand down when they kill President Trump or remove him via the 25th Amendment. So all of you out there that are overconfident, I'm the guy that told you Trump was going to win way before anybody else did. I'm telling you right now, the deep state's making its move against you. This attack is against our president. Now, you notice Bolton, another big mistake Trump made, thinking he could co-opt the neocons, has struck, top story on Drudge, impeachable offenses. And oh, he's an eyewitness, even though he didn't testify during the impeachment, to the terrible things that the president did in foreign policy. And they sell us on the idea that the president can't do anything in foreign policy or can't talk to foreign leaders. He's got to be like a Chinese emperor in the Forbidden City with his feet bound and foot-long fingernails, unable to feed himself, with the special inside state controlling him like a brain bug. That's where we are. And so they're making their big move. The headline's on Infowars.com. Joe Biden says the U.S. military may engage in a coup against the president. That's really what they're saying. They're saying if there's a contested election and Trump contested, that the military will grab the president. And they're just introducing that idea to you now, because that's how you fight a military state, is with the military grabbing the president. Total inversion of reality. Total and complete, absolute doublespeak. Biden lays out scenario where Trump is escorted from the White House by the military. Well, what that headline really is the world is prepared for a coup against the president. We're going to lay it all out today, and the power of you, the audience of activists, being active and realizing this is an information war and taking the live feed of this show from band.video or newswars.com/show and sending it out to your email, sending it out to your text message, calling people physically and saying they admit the coup plot. That means they're getting ready to go live. They have to get their people to hear that to believe it's legitimate. 2 years ago, I briefed the Secret Service on their plan to remove the president. They didn't even know that globalists were on TV saying they were going to kill the president, like Phil Mudd of the CIA, to prepare the deep state to believe they can actually make the move. You have to telegraph the announcement to create false confidence. A key development has now taken place. Joe Biden has openly said on national television that the military is prepared to engage in a coup against the president and drag him in chains from the White House. It is June 12th on this Friday worldwide transmission, with 143 days out from the intensification of the civil war that America is now engulfed by. This is not the stuff of fiction. This is the stuff of legend. History is passing before all our eyes now. Will we be spectators in our own enslavement, or will we take the field once again as Americans and free humans and determine our destiny? The war is now. It has already begun. It's an information war, but it's now becoming physical because our enemies are losing. Thank you for joining us on this Friday transmission. I'm your host, Alex Jones. The seismic level of what we've seen coming out of the deep state is incredible. When Brennan and Clapper went on CNN in 2017, late in 2017, and said the president will soon be removed from office outside of impeachment, and when Mudd went on TV and said, we will kill this guy, the CIA will kill this guy, the government's going to kill this guy, that was done to telegraph confidence to their networks embedded in the government that they were trying to get other people to create false whistleblower reports, to leak information to the media, and to then finally get somebody else to muster up the courage to poison the president, to shoot the president, to kill the president. That's what this is agitating to hope somebody else does it. And now you've seen all these different top generals and the head of the Pentagon, the civilian head, the Secretary of Defense, come out and badmouth the president in public and say, oh, I shouldn't have been part of the president's photo op. Oh no, we don't need regular army on the streets. The president can't do that. That's martial law. When the left and the blue cities and the blue states are creating the martial law, and Communist China in their People's Daily official paper admit that they're funding the left. This is unbelievable. This is a consortium of globalists and their anti-human, satanic, alien political system, allied with the Chi-Coms and the EU, and just a consortium of evil. My wife was showing me this morning, and I meant to get the links. I'm gonna cover this later, where a major nail place in East Austin says no Christians allowed on the door. And people have gone in there and they say, yeah, if you're a Christian, you're not welcome here. But it says all welcome except Christians. and suddenly there's just Baphomet stuff everywhere and communist graffiti everywhere. This is who they are. And they've been under the floorboards breeding and preparing their army in Mordor that's now storming at us. And you look at them, how they're mindless, drooling zombies, and you think, well, these people are a joke. But behind them is a great evil. And so don't judge the patheticness of the minions for the danger and the threat, because it's very real, that they could be turned into these creatures. Soulless little husk, like down in Maleficent's grotto, humans turned into shadows of the former selves, nothing but wraiths. This is serious. This is a spiritual feeding. This is the draining of the essence. I literally get tears in my eyes when I go to a Democrat event and they all look like they have been possessed by a demon and had their soul sucked out. Even what would pass as a beautiful women are very ugly and suddenly hunchbacked, even though they're young, because they have taken on a spirit, a program, an operation. And so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in the year 2020, right smack dab in the middle of the year, and all hell's breaking loose. And this is just the beginning. And so all of you that want to be on the fence, all of you that think you can play it safe, I'm talking to you. You have to understand that playing it safe is over. You're not going to be able to duck this. You're not going to be able to hide. The fact that we're going to have a giant depression is a certainty. Now they've got part 2 of the lockdown coming, just like we knew they would. They apply the pressure. We start rebelling. They release the pressure. They apply it again. They had it all pre-scripted, they admit. This is such a dangerous time. And, of course, right on time, we have Bolton coming out with his new book claiming impeachable offenses across full range of Trump foreign policy. Well, the impeachable offense would be being stupid enough to bring in John Bolton. But see, they all lied to his face. He's a Fox News watcher. They told him they supported his policies, and Trump let in the Trojan horse. And we yelled and we screamed and we begged him about Bolton and about Fiona Hill and about McMaster, who all run around in public talking trash about the president because they all want to signal to everyone, we're not with him. We are the Trojan horses. And so Trump's greatest failing is that he does not have the material, the men and women that are honorable and informed that he can draw from. He had General Flynn, who was a good man, but he didn't protect him. Flynn would have brought in competent, smart, real people that geopolitically understood what was happening. And so everybody that thinks, oh, Trump's invincible and the signs are all there, including this clip we're going to play of Biden with Trevor Noah and his virtue signaling from home because of the coronavirus. And, you know, oh, and Trevor hasn't cut his hair because no one can come with the TV crew he's got and cut his hair. It's all just virtue signaling to normalize you're good, stay in your house while the worldwide depression forms, while we're under siege. And he's talking to Biden in this scripted interview. And Biden is up there saying Trump won't leave office, Trump plans to stay, and the military is going to drag him out because that's how we counter a military state, is the military dragging somebody out. That's how you put a fire out, as you set one. Here's Biden signaling the coup. Here it is.
It's my greatest concern, my single greatest concern. This president's going to try to steal this election. This is a guy who said that all mail-in ballots are fraudulent, direct voting by mail, while he sits behind the desk in the Oval Office and writes his mail-in ballot to vote in the primary.
Worry then, let me ask you this, and I know this is a strange question to ask an American politician, maybe easier around the world, but have you ever considered what would happen if the election result came out as you being the winner and Trump refused to leave?
Yes, I have. And I was so damn proud. Here you have 4 chiefs of staff coming out and ripping the skin off of Trump. And you have so many rank and file military personnel saying, whoa, we're not a military state. This is not who we are. I promise you, I'm absolutely convinced they will escort him from the White House with great dispatch.
So there you go. The boys at Foggy Bottom are going to kill this guy. We're going to kill the president. Phil Mudd, who's actually related to Dr. Mudd, the only other person convicted in the conspiracy to kill Lincoln. He's actually related to the Virginia Dr. Mudd involved in killing another president. You can't make this up. And he is on television on CNN saying we're going to kill the president. And so are these other guys. The last time they tried this, they were thinking about killing him or 25th Amendment him or drugging him in late 2017. Now they've tried all the other fake coups and deep state operations. And because they've not been nipped in the bud, because this is a foreign-funded insurrection, and because all this lawlessness is going on, because we've been brought into martial law by the left, the president is being positioned and triangulated. And I said this a month ago, look for top military brass to start repudiating the president to his face. It's now happening. The knives are out for President Trump. The knives are unsheathed at the heart of the republic. President Trump just minutes ago responded to Biden's claim that he's planning to not leave office and that the U.S. military needs to remove him. Biden is signaling that they are preparing a military coup against the president. This is very serious. Remember, we first told you of the deep state spying on Trump, who did it specifically. No one around Trump had the courage to tell him. But our intel continually got to Don Jr. and others they even tried to keep away from his father. Because of you getting the word out with our guests like Roger Stone, we were able to stop them, but barely. And now, of course, we're slated for destruction and total censorship. But because of you, you're amplifying the emergency transmission. You are everything. Here's a short compilation with some of these traitors, again, saying they're going to kill the president or remove him to create confidence in their criminal stay-behind networks, to have their criminals hang on. What did Comey put out a few months ago? Hang on, don't leave, hang on, hang on. I've been telling you for 3+ years, they're hanging on, and they're desperate, and they're dangerous, and they're funded by communist China, and they're involved in espionage, and they deserve a jury of their peers, and then the penalty for high treason, trying to overthrow the legitimate government. That's where we are. I don't say things like that to act tough. That's what we face. Can't play patty cake with these people anymore. They're tyrants. Tim Cook's not Trump's friend. None of them are. They're all a bunch of scum, but their weakness is none of them want to do it themselves. They're trying to get somebody else to do it. And you know they got the wound up military units ready to try to kill the president. Not the general military, but they've got units. They've got sicko groups. There's a very good chance Trump's going to be dead in the next 143 days. I'll just tell you, I'd say 50-50 they kill him. And by the way, the minute they kill him, whew, a lot of us, the minute you see him dying, you better believe, you better be ready. Because if you're not already dead, they're going to come trying. This is serious. This is America fighting for its damn life right now. They're ready to burn down every city. Globalists give one order. You notice Black Lives Matter was going to face the football hooligans, as they're called, the Patriots. They were going to go in and tear down Winston Churchill, a bunch of stuff this weekend. But under orders from Sadiq Khan, they canceled because they don't want that decisive defeat. They know that Britain is 80+% against taking down these statues. They know it's pissed people off. So now they're going to release the pressure for a while and not send in their Soros operation. It's all rigged, folks. And I'm so sad for so many Americans that are so weak-minded that they are buying into the collapse of their very country to replace it by a new world order that if you think the U.S. has done bad stuff, man, the new world order is the most evil thing the planet's ever produced. Communist China is its operating system. But these virtue signalers have no idea that the protections they've lived under are all being erased right now. Trump's the real deal. But he can't believe there's so many traitors in D.C., so many cowards that all want to still be around after he's, quote, gone. Hey, dumbasses, your New World Order is not coming back. Whether you get rid of Trump, Alex Jones, let me tell you something. Down the road, it just gets worse for you unless you give up now. But I know you slack-jawed lawyers and all you trendies, you're up there at your steakhouses in D.C. and doing all your drugs and all your sex parties, and you've been winning so long because America was asleep, you think you're invincible. You're not invincible. It's you that are in the bunkers. It's you that are weak. It's you that are on your heels. It's you that only have a bunch of idiots following you. You may control the big corporations and all the fake fiat money, but you don't control the spirit of freedom worldwide that is awakening, and you know that. So you're trying to demoralize us and break our will. All you've done is steeled our will, hardened our resolve, made us commit 100 times more than we thought we could. You've only cleared our vision. It's you that smoke your own dope, you that believe your own lies, not us. And you have summoned the whirlwind. Here's the compilation. We'll show what the president just had to say.
You better think again, Mr. President. You've been around for 13 months. We've been around since 1908. I know how this game is going to be played. We're going to win.
Let me give you one bottom line. As a former government official, government's going to kill this guy.
But he's taking these shots, this antagonism, this taunting to the intelligence community.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you.
If it weren't for President Obama, we might not have done the intelligence community assessment that we did that set off a whole sequence of events which are still unfolding today, notably Special Counsel Mueller's investigation. President Obama is responsible for that, and it was he who tasked us to do that intelligence community assessment in the first place.
Nobody better than Bob Mueller, who is a straight shooter and will not be intimidated by anything.
And if he's fired by Mr. Trump or is attempted to be fired by Mr. Trump, I really hope that our members of Congress, our elected representatives, are going to stand up and say enough is enough and stop making apologies and excuses for things that are happening that really flout, I think, our system of laws and government here.
When you say enough is enough, if he's fired, and he's the president of the United States, he could tell Rosenstein to fire him if he wants. But if he's fired, what would you want Congress to do?
First of all, I think it's the obligation of some executive branch officials to refuse to carry out some of these orders that, again, are inconsistent with what this country is all about. But I would just hope that this is not going to be a partisan issue, that Republicans and Democrats are going to see that the future of this country is at stake, and there needs to be some things done for the good of the future.
All right, let's go ahead and hear what the president had to say about Biden's latest thing that the military is going to take the president out, because we're against a police state and a military state, so we want the maximum form of it, the military taking the president out. Here it is.
It's not all there. Everybody knows it. And it's sad when you look at it and you see it. You see it for yourself. He's created his own sanctuary city in the basement of wherever he is, and he doesn't come out. And certainly if I don't win, I don't win. I mean, you know, I go on and do other things. I think it would be a very sad thing for our country.
The pushback from the president comes as Biden has sharpened his attacks after a months-long campaign freeze amid the coronavirus outbreak, and the presumptive Democratic nominee taking more blunt jabs at the president during a community roundtable in Philadelphia.
I think the federal government has abdicated any effective leadership role. The White House, at least, has abdicated that role.
Look at the stupid mask hanging off his ear. It's all theater.
Any federal responsibility. Him saying, I take no responsibility. It's not my problem. I don't have this responsibility.
All right, turn it off. By the way, we've got Biden unable to talk. A bunch of clips coming up. We've got virtue signaling by the demonic Apple Corporation giving $100 million to fund race war when they have giant slave factories, the worst rated on earth. It's over the top. We have Hollywood celebrities apologizing because they're white, and it's the worst acting I've ever seen. But you know what? It's us that buys all this crap. I mean, these people are a disgusting joke. I'm telling you, Trump is in danger. We're all in danger, and people better get upset and get concerned and get active. I'm telling you, mark my words, folks. Mark my words. We need to put our heads together and really take action now. Last time I did this was 4 years ago, right around this time, to make sure a lot of our t-shirts got out there. We sold our t-shirts at cost. We sold the Hillary for Prison shirts for $5. That's what they cost us. The XXXX ones are like $6, and then some of the small ones are like $3.50. But on average, they're $5 a piece. We've got a lot of designer shirts. Some of them cost us $15 a piece. A lot of them are about $12. They have the real soft, nice fabric, made in America. That costs more. So we've got a lot of stuff made in America as well. It's your choice. Other stuff made in Latin America. We avoid the Chinese stuff at all costs. There's a lot of toxic dyes and stuff from there, obviously, and it doesn't help the people. But all t-shirts are $9.95, and on average, that is cost. Some shirts cost us $5, some shirts cost us $15, but $9.95's the dead reckoning average. Some shirts we only got a few hundred of, some we got a few thousand of. InfoWarsStore.com. Go to the t-shirts, whether it's an InfoWars shirt, a Space Force shirt, a 5G kill shirt, a Mass Murderers Agree gun control work shirt. We are going to sell out of everything. And I think it'll only take a few weeks to do this. People really responded last time, and at the RNC and DNC, there was a sea of InfoWars shirts, so get them at cost at InfoWarsStore.com. I would say it supports the broadcast, but really just supports the truth because we're not making money off that, but it does trigger leftists who think they control the universe and who love to censor. Also, Survival Shield X2 Deep Earth Crystal Iodine is now available in a spray bottle, and it's a new formulation that some of the experts think is even better delivery in the solution it's in. Learn about the delivery system at InfoWarsStore.com. We're about to sell out of the regular X2. This is in, and it is $19.95, 33% off, and that supports the broadcast as well. And high-quality storable foods are available now more than ever. You need them. They last 25 years. For all the uncertainty, have that checkbox checked and support the broadcast. Now 4 weeks on average for delivery. But we have high quality ready to get out to you, and it supports the broadcast with 360 Win. So please take care of your storable foods needs at InfoWarsStore.com and get your orders in now so you get it, so you have it. It's in great containers, high quality, last 25 years. Get it while you can, because if you think things are about to let up, you ain't seen nothing yet. I was talking to My Patriot Supplier, great suppliers, and I was talking to them last week. They said, well, we're really down to 2 weeks on most deliveries now. And I said, I'm going to tell people that. They said, well, some specialty foods and things, it's still 6 weeks. And so I talked to the owner, I talked to their CEO yesterday, today, my crew did. And they said, fine. You can now say 4 weeks on average for storable food. It's the highest quality. They've got it. They've got 4 plants in the U.S., depending on what you order, depending on how fast you get it. But really, the average is like 3 weeks. They just said, say 4. Under promise, over deliver. The rave reviews, 5-star reviews at InfoWarsStore.com. We have their whole catalog. They're in our back end. They take the orders. It goes right to in the queue where your order comes in. And use this little rest we have caught in the current to come up to the surface, get some air before you get sucked back down. I personally am ordering more storable food. I personally have gotten a place out in the country, which I never did. We have family land in East Texas, but I never actually moved out and got a place in the middle of the countryside. I've done that now. I'm putting a trailer on it, and a water well and some solar panels, because it's bad, folks. And I have to now start going into defense posture. 80%'s offense, but I've always been 100% offense, trying to fully, stop the globalists. And we've given them a good run, and I think down the road they'll be defeated, but we are going to still go down the hard road now. There were a lot worse roads we'd probably go down, but we've mitigated some of this, but it's still going to be bad in my view. You need to get high-quality storable food. It's something you need. We have high quality ready to get out to you, and it supports the broadcast of 360 Win. So please take care of your storable foods needs at InfoWarsStore.com and get your orders in now so you get it, so you have it. It's in great containers, high quality, last 25 years. Get it while you can, because if you think things are about to let up, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Listeners have been asking us for months to develop an iodine spray made with our exclusive Deep Earth Crystal Nascent Iodine. After extensive development, it's finally here. Introducing the first of its kind Nascent Iodine Spray made with true atomic iodine. Our proprietary new Aerodyne technology allows us to harness the full power of ancient iodine crystals from 7,000 feet below the Earth's surface into the ultimate spray formula. We know iodine is an essential mineral that supports thyroid health, as well as a healthy metabolism, healthy hormone levels, and healthy cognitive function. Our newest product is now 33% off at InfoWarsStore.com. This is a must-have for daily supplementation. Every purchase helps fund the InfoWar. The new X2 spray at InfoWarsStore.com is a game changer. That's InfoWarsStore.com.